How's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah!
Give all yourselves a hand of applause for coming out like my friend said. This is always a pleasure to come and do on Monday nights. Now, I was going to tell a story about my grandfather. I threw all the pieces on the table, I looked at them, and I couldn't connect them together. It would have been a great story because my grandfather, there's an explosion, there's a neighbor with a wife who hates, the wife loves my grandfather, the neighbor hates my grandfather because the wife loves my grandfather, but it's a big story and I didn't prepare it. So I have two other stories that I can tell. And I'm going to let you guys pick the story that I'm going to tell. Now, story number one is about a woman that I love that lives across the pond who came to visit me. And she asked me a question. The story is about the question she asked me. Then the other story is about a trip I took to Haiti about a month ago. Was it a month ago, Scott? 2 months ago? February, I went to Haiti and I had to keep a journal about what was going on. And I was going to read an excerpt out of my journal. So those are the two stories that I can tell you. So I'm going to let you pick the story.
Pond girl!
Yeah.
Pond girl!
Pond girl. Pond girl.
Pond girl wins.
Great name for the story.
Shut up, Shabazz.
I was kind of rooting for the Haiti story because I called it Fear and Loathing in Port-au-Prince in the outreaching island of Haiti. But that's another story for another time, apparently. This story has no name, but here's how it goes. My dear friend Arwen came back from across the pond. He said it's like Psycho Susie's, her favorite bar in the cities. After we had our meal and ordered some cocktails, she didn't ask me how my day was. It may have been the Cheshire Cat smile I had on my face, or my notorious reputation of nature. So I reached across the table and put her hand in mine, and I began to tell her about my day. I found myself on the parkway, passing Lake Calhoun, heading homeward after a marginal display at the weekly poker game. I was lost in my thoughts, partially criticizing the evening's efforts and its ill-lucrativeness. As I made an attempt to push the results of the evening's events out of my mind with a deep sigh, as if I was going to push it out of my mind, I meant with a deep sigh, or deep exhale, I proceeded onward. I then took notice, out of the corner of my eye, the posturing of the lake. It seemed that it was trying on the moment, as if it were a fine dress. And to be honest, in that moment, the lake and the supporting elements were elegantly coming together, becoming the definitive glory of the evening out looking for trouble. The night sky was perfectly blanketed with the purest veil of midnight blue, speckled with the shimmering light of the faraway stars. In the forefront of this was several clouds, lightly and very subtly roaming the sky. Their steadfast stillness was emoting a regal presence that demanded and called out for my attention. And amongst the celestial court, I found the moon draped upon a cloud that had made its faded couch. From this position, it sheepishly peeked over the back of its comely cloud support, considering its reflection of itself and the other members of the celebrity court on the lake's face. This in itself was a portrait done in the finest technique and quality of a craftsman. My attention was then drawn to the context the lake seemed to be bursting to tell. Like an anxious young girl, the lake's reflection gave a giddy narrative of the spectacular social circus being performed amongst the heavens. The homes around the lake formed perfect foundations of stadium seating from the light that emoted from them with glee. The shimmering fluorescence created a halo that acted as a border and became the center ring. Nature's participants took this moment and made it an event for those who beheld it. As I looked on, I thought to myself, this moment's efforts were so tremendous that they were being wasted on merely me and my presence. But if I could share this moment with any one person out of everyone in the world, I told my friend Arwen that it would have been her.